In day 179, the poet cautions us to be alert and vigilant to the whims and fancies of the mind, and to know the play of the ego, the multi-headed dragon ego. How and why? There are two ways. One, the mind itself projects something and it becomes overconfident of knowing the things. It can be either the Veda, Vedanta, Puranas, Upanishads, whatever it is. And it develops a very thick ego that it is the most wisest one. Or when you enter into a conversation or a debate while expressing certain things, then the people will categorize you as most learned and they pump you and you go up. One day will fall. And then the 99% of the people who praise you, they know they are not praising in appreciation of your thing, but only to get something from you. So always, when somebody says something, just smile. You don't debate, just smile. And inside you be aware that you are an eternal student. There are many more things to learn, and there are many more things to put into practice what we have learned. As the saying goes, if everybody can practice what they say, then the world becomes a heaven here. Will not go anywhere. Janim hita pandita samdita gele aham ta gune brahma rakshasa jale तयाहून वृत्पन्न तोको न आहे मना सर्वजानीव संडूनिराहे मना सर्वजानीव सांडूनिराहे. So the caution word is mana, oh dear mind. Sarva, all. What all? Janiva, the egoistic pride of knowledge. You see, ego can manifest a number of forms. One is Vidya Ahankara, that is what we are speaking about today. We have seen many Ahankaras in one class before, I suppose. Dana Ahankara, Vritti Ahankara, Padavi Ahankara, Ayu Ahankara, isn't it? Huh? Yauvana Ahankara. There's so many, isn't it? Even to feel that I am the most beautiful or the most handsome one is also physically attached, isn't it? Nothing remains, my dear friends, at the end. Even knowledge, I tell you, it fades off. I know very, very knowledgeable, what you call, wise people, once they are down, Parkinson's, amnesia, that everything is gone. Never feel proud of anything till the last breath. After you breathe last, then it is others who have to speak, who have to say, yes, this is the man who lived like a legend till the end. When you are alive, people might praise you, people might criticize you. Don't worry, that is all waves. I know people, today they praise you, today they appreciate, whoa, 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 they say, and after some time, they say, he is no good, he is not spiritual, he is not good. Then what you say? Again, after some time, again they say, oh, because the whole transaction is a give and take. Isn't it? Even in Padavi, just imagine an IAS officer sitting in a chair. Once he retires, President of India, Yanni Zail Singh, how many of us know him now? Think. Nothing. No appreciation. No. The only person who is near and dear to you is your own conscience. Nothing else. In Bhajagovindam, we have seen Kahe Mate. Where is your mother? Who is your brother? Or whatever it is, spouse, children. So, be alert. Janim he the Pandita Sandita Gole. He says, amongst people, Janim, amongst all people, amongst living creatures, he the welfare, Pandita learned, Sandita without attaining, Gele passed away. Now you should know the difference between knowledge and wisdom. Always remember these two, knowledge and wisdom. One definition is knowledge is always proud of itself that it has known or acquired so much of knowledge. Wisdom is always humble that it knows not much. Number one. Knowledge is intellectualism which is stocked in the mind like the knowledge, like the books or CDs or a DVD that are in the library. Wisdom is knowledge in action. Understand this. So, if our knowledge is not translated and if we die with that puffed ego that I learned so much, I gained so much, I helped so many, I have done this. I know some people, even charity, they say, do you know how much charity I do? I have a special checkbook only for charities. And all history, okay. Now you go, a person who is saying this, okay, now I am doing something. Why don't you give me something? Then he said, now I am in difficult. Realize all these talks. You have seen umpteen, even you have come across many people like this. He says, then what happens to that people who are well-fed and learned and who pass the way without attaining self-knowledge? He says, Ahamta gune Brahma Rakshasa jhale. He says, due to egoism, they become Brahma Rakshasa, ghosts of Brahmins. Tayahuna Yuptapannato Konahe. So, Tayahuna, more than him, Yuptapanna, learned, to he, Kona means who, Ahe is. Who there be knowledge that excels him. This is one thing. Other thing, always remember how much you are knowledgeable you are. Remember, there is one more person who is more knowledgeable than you. This equation stands good for everybody and anybody in this universe. You say he is man, there will be somebody more greater. He says IQ is so much, there is somebody. Therefore, you keep seeing everybody, every time, every day, it keeps on rolling. Today, one is the, grandmaster. After 2 years, another person becomes the grandmaster, beating this grandmaster. Grand slams, the Wimbledon, US Open, French Open, whatever it is. 2 years, 3 years. Once we used to hear of Boris Becker and Steffi Graf. Now, always. Therefore, it says, Mana Sarva Jani Vasanduni Sahe, mind. Abandon this egoistic pride of knowledge and stay humble at His feet. Saying so, we conclude today's year. Thanks for being with.